Hello everybody and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough. We're heading in fully into proper endgame territory. Here we are at the Skein of Severance and the Trail of Valediction. Skein, I believe what's being referred to here is a round ball of yarn with a centre pull strand. So effectively it's a tangling, winding tail with a single sort of thread that you can sort of yank to pull it sort of all apart. I think that's quite a cool idea. And then Valediction is basically the action of saying farewell or a statement or address made at or as a farewell. So yes, there's a lot of sort of storytelling, a lot of endings, a lot of farewells, and I think it's a very fitting name for this entire area. I will say, part of me wishes that this final bit had a little bit more visual uniqueness going on. There are these battle gates. There's only the one right now. Once you've beaten the game, more will turn up throughout the other worlds. I will do this later, just not right now. Yeah, I wish that there was just a little bit more visual uniqueness to this, because obviously the entirety of the Keyblade Graveyard is very brown. There's some really cool and fun things that happen in here. Like right now, we get the choice between, do we go help Riku first, or do we go help Mickey first? Obviously, I feel that there is only one obvious thing here. We need to go and rescue Riku first. After all, he is our bestie. And yeah, you have a very short amount of time actually to sort of make it through there. That could have gone quite badly, but we made it. It's fine. But yeah, what's really cool about these final sections is that you get to take on a number of the darknesses all at once in these sort of chaotic battles where the music melds different themes together. It's really clever and sort of, I think, really well done. They're all really fun fights. I just wish that sort of the backdrop to them was a little bit less brown, a little bit more engaging. After, obviously, like, the world never was, and heck, even End of the World, they had really quite spectacular looks to them. This is quite bland in comparison. But yes, after a little bit of hitting on Anthem Seeker of Darkness, I think he just decides to nope out of this quite quickly. Can't be bothered. Has got better things to do with his time.
Wait! Ansem! Where are you going? Riku!
Hey, let's speed it up. Keep the line moving.
So yes, we get to take on Xigbar and Riku at the same time, and it is quite fun, because obviously they act exactly sort of as they would do if you were fighting them one-on-one. And it's also really quite fun because obviously you have Riku as your party member, and it is just really quite exciting. I do, as I said, really like the idea of these fights. They are really clever. really well done as well. Because obviously there is the chance that they could end up becoming way too chaotic. I mean, sometimes they do a little bit, but they could be sort of like an impossible level of chaos where sort of you can't tell what the hell is going on. Whereas you are sort of able to sort of tell it's chaotic, but it feels only right that you've got all of these humongous powers facing off against one another. And in terms of sort of your partners, you're always sort of perfectly balanced. So, well, relatively. So, for obviously this fight, while we had some Secret and Darkness right at the beginning, he noped out, so it's 2 on 2. And the next fight that we're going to go into, while that one's a little bit more off-balanced, it gets quite quickly balanced. So it's not too much of a nightmare. But yes, once a single member has been defeated, you'll get, effectively, a goodbye cutscene with them. Which I suppose in the flow of battle wouldn't necessarily happen, because we've beaten this guy up. And you'd think Xigbar would use this as a time to keep on attacking.
Real.
But hey, I like it all the same.
I'm the real one.
And yes, this is the surprise twist.
Self? From when Ansem possessed
This
me?
isn't actually past Dark Riku.
No. You beat Ansem and you're still here. This guy is me.
It's Repliku, as we sort of suspected to begin with, but I'm not quite sure how this one works. But I'm alright with it, to be honest. Because it's
a replica.
It's going to give us, you know, a replica body that we're going to be able to use to save people, so that's good.
I've been waiting for a chance like this. Hey! What are you doing? Take the vessel! No. The world already has you. There's someone else who needs the replica more. You know who I mean. Oh. Namine, you're saving her. Good luck.
Yep. Repliku, or at least the good half of Repliku, however it works, has rescued that replica for Namine, so that she can finally live herself. But obviously that is not the end of this fight. It is time for us to take on Xigbar. Now, you can defeat either one of them first, and the battle will change up a little bit after that fact. The music, I think, initially had sort of like strains of the Dark Riku theme, and now it just becomes purely the organisation boss battle theme. But also, whoever you would defeat second will become a lot more aggressive after you've defeated one of their partners. So they do sort of scale up in difficulty, which is quite nice. But yes, there goes Xigbar.
Figures. If I had a keyblade, it'd be different.
Like you're actually worthy to use one?
Oh. I am worthy.
What do you mean?
The old coot promised to bequeath me his. Why else do you think I would ever put up with all his nonsense?
It'd be wasted on you.
As if.
What? Is that a replica for Naminé?
Yeah. Wish we could help her now. But first,
I know.
I'm going after Ansem.
Okay. I'll go help the others.
So, yeah, definitely need to heal. I have no items left, so, definitely gonna need to fix that one up. Yeah, I think I wasn't expecting to use up so much, I don't know whether I had any items equipped or not. But yes, I definitely need to make sure I equip a whole bunch of stuff, because, yeah, I do kind of need it. I'm perhaps slightly underleveled going into this sort of finale stretch. I don't think majorly so. I think I'm probably maybe about right, but because I am so terrible at blocking, which means that if I ever decide to actually do a critical mode run of Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to have a fun time, aren't I? It is going to be very interesting. Now, there are chests kind of scattered throughout all of these different hallways. It shouldn't be too hard to not miss them, but it is possible to miss them, so you just have to be sort of on the ball. They're never permanently missable, so that's fine. But yes! Larxene, Luxord, Marluxia, and Xemnas. God, Mickey's been doing well, hasn't he?
Your Majesty! Huh?
So we do actually only have 3 targets in this. Xemnas is just sort of being Xemnas and creating the battle barrier, so to speak. You could, I think, try to attack him, but it's not going to do much. So just sort of put your focus on the others for the time being. I mean, the way that I pretty much think that the best way to go through these fights is try to focus on one of the real members of Organisation 13 at a time, because that way you stand a much higher chance of sort of being able to block everything and beat them more quickly.
Xemnas!
Exactly what I needed.
Yeah, a bit of a card boost, clearly.
Huh? Sora, look out! Huh? Huh? No!
So yes, much like every single time we faced off against Luxord,
One final game. The rules are
he likes
simple.
playing games.
All you have to do to win is find me among these cards and strike me down.
So yes, we have to do that whilst Marluxia and Larxene are attacking us. Thankfully, he's not
Don't
too
worry.
difficult
I'll get you out!
to spot. I mean, it's basically a case of look for the card that is shaking and murder it.
It's more fun when you
I mean, it just makes sense. So, honestly, taking Luxord out of the equation is not that difficult.
It's more fun when you beat the odds.
Because he's generally very, very, very obvious, and he has very little health during this phase. So, yes, that is Luxord done and done.
You were born for these sorts of games.
What's this?
A wild card. You've earned it. Hang on to it.
Yeah, because it
Could
might...
turn the tables.
Yeah, could turn the tables and
Play
come in
again
handy,
When we're just guys.
in a later game.
I should like that very much, Sora.
But yes, there goes Luxord.
Thanks.
And that means it's these two left. I'm honestly not sure which one you should really target first, because they're both pretty deadly. But I'd say thematically either of these two work quite well as sort of your final kill. Because Marluxia was obviously the brains, so to speak, of the coup in Castle Oblivion, but then also Larxene's entire thing pretty much was following Marluxia. But yes, I could have chosen to use Splash Run, but that was not going to happen. Killing him with Faraza, however, that was. And this is actually quite a sweet death for Marluxia. I actually really appreciate this one. Same for Larxene as well.
Oh, so now it all comes back to me.
Hey, is that a real laugh?
Yes. My heart is remembering how to feel.
Really? That's good.
And now I am on the cusp of reclaiming my identity, my purpose for being. Thanks to you, Sora.
It's time for you to go.
And so, last but not least, we have Larxene. You know, I think something else that would have made these fights feel a bit more climactic visually than they are is if it was sort of darker in general. The fact that it's still sort of the middle of the day, like there's no overcast storm clouds going on, it just makes it a bit too bright, which I think sort of, yeah, visually just doesn't quite match the intensity that they're going for, but I do still really like these fights, and I do think that they are very well put together and very well done. But yes, there goes Larxene.
Are you kidding?
You're gonna be recompleted.
I didn't ask you for your garbage opinion. I lost to a bunch of losers like you. But could be worse. Become that geezer's heart tank? No thanks.
Then why help him?
I was really just along for the ride.
With...
My secret.
Sora, I'll go after Xemnas, while you go find the others.
So yes, 5 darknesses down. And yeah, it mentions that the sun's going down. Brilliant. So I suppose it does get a bit darker as we continue onward, which is effective, but equally, I do think that perhaps having it darker from the beginning would have been a bit better. But there we go. So at the moment I'm just sort of going, right, let's just make sure everything's in play, restock, because I know I'm bloody well gonna need it.
So these panels in the floor are switches for the doors.
Yes, which means that we have a really quite random little puzzle here of sort of pushing these panels in order to sort of get across. You need to make sure that you hit basically all of the switches as you run, because otherwise you will end up sort of getting stuck. Although you will then have to sort of leap on over back to hit the blue one to get through the final door. But yes, here's another save point. We're at the twist of isolation. 2 more fights await us. Let's go.